It's that time of year again where I share what you've all been waiting for, my Spotify Wrapped. Just kidding.
No one cares.
What I'm really going to be sharing today is my list of the top 5 B2B marketing trends and predictions for 2026. What's in, what's out, and what marketers need to know to keep up. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get into it. First up, Brandformance. In recent years, many businesses over-prioritize performance marketing, and it costs them in more ways than one. So in 2025, marketers ramped up investments in evergreen brand building to not only catch up with the times, but to build for long-term success. According to Forrester, 83% of B2B CMOs expect budget increases in 2026. But if you factor in inflation, most of that growth is flat. On top of that, Nielsen reports that only 55% of CMOs will dedicate 60% or more of their budget into long-term brand building, with performance being top priority. That's why 2026 will be the year of Brandformance. It's a word. Google it. Brandformance is all about creating marketing campaigns that simultaneously build your brand while driving conversions to keep your CFO happy. This will include things like thought leadership ads promoting proprietary insights, interactive ads that engage and convert, podcast sponsorships, webinars, events, and more. As for my prediction, I predict that we're going to see more teams adopt marketing mix modeling to better capture how all their channels and campaigns actually contribute to business results. Next up, owned media goes velvet rope. In 2025, B2B marketers doubled down on owned media to directly engage their audiences while sidestepping algorithms. But in 2026, with economic uncertainty looming, the pressure is on for B2B marketers to use what they've built to deepen engagement and show hard ROI. Marketers will be challenged to turn passive audiences from things like podcasts and newsletters into customers and leads. One way they'll do this is by offering velvet rope content like exclusive podcast episodes, expanded newsletters, industry insights, e-learning courses, and more. It doesn't stop at content, however. Experiences like panels, early access to product updates, and even private workshops will be key. I believe marketers are going to turn to creators, industry experts, and brand partnerships to really draw interest in those velvet rope offerings. Speaking of which, I'm now accepting requests. For me. Number 3, community marketing. Social media isn't what it used to be. Organic reach is dying, AI slop and spam are everywhere, and our feeds are constantly clogged with ads and posts from people that we don't follow. Even LinkedIn is slipping. Pause this video and go scroll LinkedIn. I promise you'll see dozens of posts all using the same ChatGPT X is not Y, it's Z line like it's some clever mic drop moment. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go. In 2025, 50% of adults cut back on social media, and that number is expected to increase in 2026. According to Sprout Social, 51% of social media users will be flocking to community-driven platforms instead. To get ahead of the shift, marketers will have to focus on building communities of their own. This can include Slack groups, Discord forums, subreddits, in-person meetups, career and product support groups, and e-learning circuits. I predict that marketers will use user-generated content to power these communities, and frankly, it's a win-win. Marketers save resources, and users get authenticity. To keep things on the rail, I do expect to see that moderation services will be in high demand, because the last thing you want is somebody posting nudes to your product support group. Unless you're OnlyFans, then I guess that fits. Brand reputation management as SEO. SEO feels like the Wild West these days thanks to AI search. Is it SEO, AEO, GEO, Oreo? While some groups are experimenting and trying to navigate the chaos, others naturally are exploiting it. So let's step back and take a look at what matters most for B2B marketers. AI search converts about the same as traditional search, but traditional search drives the bulk of traffic and conversions. On top of that, Google search grew 20% in 2024 and still processes roughly 373 times more searches than ChatGPT. It's clear Google and traditional search aren't going anywhere anytime soon. At the same time, AI search is growing in importance. Around 90% of B2B buyers use AI to research and validate vendors, which means marketers can't afford to ignore it. So how should marketers respond? There's no shortage of advice on what to do to rank in AI search, but most of it is shaky, unproven, or simply sounds weird. Chunking? Yeah, miss me with that. Google says you don't need anything to rank in AI searches beyond traditional SEO fundamentals, but whether there's more to that, well, time will tell. So let's focus on what's concrete. Knowing that B2B buyers use AI search to research and validate solutions, marketers should prioritize the things that can directly influence that process. That's why brand reputation will be a top priority in 2026. This includes product reviews, case studies and testimonials, product comparisons, social listening, press and media coverage, online sentiment, and share a voice. I predict that more marketers will make YouTube a core part of their SEO strategy in 2026. In fact, Ahrefs found that YouTube mentions show the strongest correlation with visibility across ChatGPT, AI mode, and AI overviews. Last but certainly not least, podcasts become essential. As owned media was a major focus in 2025, podcasts have low-key become one of the strongest channels for B2B marketers. As trust wanes online, podcasts give marketers a way to share real human voices and thought leadership without fighting algorithms. 64% of B2B buyers find podcasts valuable during the early stages of their buying journey, making them the second most valuable content format after case studies. In 2026, podcasts will become an essential marketing tool, like having a social media presence or a blog. We're going to see marketers use podcasts in a number of creative ways, from leveling up their content strategy to showcasing customer success stories. Here's what you can expect to see. Since YouTube is the top podcast streaming platform, more marketers will turn their shows into video. With that, marketers will repurpose podcast content as short-form videos, social content, newsletters, and even blog posts. Spotify will be a focus for socializing podcasts thanks to features like comments, polls, video, and exclusive content. Marketers will also experiment with formats such as mini-series, customer spotlights, account-based networking with target decision makers, and more. Lastly, you can expect more podcast-related events, from exclusive live tapings to sessions at trade shows. Okay, here come the hot takes. I predict that in 2026, AI search and traditional search will surface podcast content in search results, not just full episodes, but chapters too. I also predict that LinkedIn will roll out a new feature that lets businesses showcase their podcasts on their business pages, sort of like they do with products and newsletters. Well, that's my list, and I'm sticking to it. Whatever 2026 has in store, that's anyone's guess. But I'm willing to bet that it contains the words AI and reshape. Until then, congratulations on making it through 2025 in one piece, and thanks for watching.